Hi, this is Boki, and today I'm going to be doing the Middling Booktuber tag. This tag was originally made by Adrian over at Stripped Cover Lit, and I was tagged to do this by Roxanne over at the Novel Sanctuary. I will link to both of their videos below. I feel like I've seen this video on a lot of people's channels recently, so many of you have probably also seen it or are familiar with the basis of this tag. But just to catch everybody up, this tag is aimed towards booktubers who are sort of in that like mid-subscriber range where you're not necessarily like a big booktuber, but you're not necessarily like a small one. And I feel like I just kind of recently started entering this middling range. It feels very adolescent. So going straight into the tag, the first question is, what advice would you give to booktubers who have under 100 subscribers? The hardest thing about starting a thing is starting it, right? And especially when you're starting and you're on YouTube and you make this whole video, you might be new to making videos, it's kind of scary, you're putting your face out there, it's intimidating, and then when you like don't necessarily get like a huge response right away, even if you know like intellectually that there's a reason, like of course you're not going to get a huge response, you're new to it, it still feels very scary, like you feel very like maybe no one wants to watch my videos. So I think just one thing to remember is that the algorithm just isn't in your favor. Like, you are at a low subscriber count and it's hard to get subscribers right away. Like, it's fine. What I've said, I think, in previous videos is try to enjoy that time as a way to experiment and figure out what kind of videos you like making. The other more actionable piece of advice, if you are looking to get more subscribers, which is super understandable, the video that I did that helped me kind of make the most significant entrance into booktube was doing the booktube newbie tag. I don't remember if I did the booktube newbie tag or new to booktube. There's like a bunch of those kind of like welcome to booktube sort of tags, and I don't know if one of them is better than the others. Maybe other people have opinions about which one's the best one to do, but those are a good way to just basically introduce yourself to the community. People are interested in those videos, they want to meet new booktubers, they want to find new people to follow, so I think that's a good way to kind of get your initial welcome into the community. The second question is, what advice would you give to someone around the 1,000 sub mark? I mean, that's where I'm at now, so like, I'm not sure. I'm guessing the advice is just to kind of keep on going. Yeah, I don't have like a lot of perspective on like what it means to be at this mark yet. Hopefully as this channel grows, I'll have more of a sense about what it means to be at this point, both for myself and other people. I am really excited. Like, I know in the grand scheme of YouTube, 1,000 subscribers is like not a lot, but obviously in booktube it feels kind of like a big milestone. So it was exciting to reach this point, and I'll see in the future. I'll probably have more ideas then. Question number 3, what question would you ask a big booktuber? I'm just always fascinated by like internet communities and how they change over time, and I'm not just new to making videos on booktube, I feel like I'm pretty new to booktube overall. June will mark the 2nd year I've been on booktube, so I think I would just want to know from bigger booktubers, how has this community changed over time and how do you expect it to keep changing? And also, how is that related to their experience of their own channel, and especially as their own channel has grown? So question number 4, who is one big booktuber who deserves even more subscribers? For this, I'm going to talk about 2 booktubers actually, just because I feel like I think of them in the same way. And this is Chapter Stacks and Rincey Reads. And so one of the most basic things that I like about them is that, you know, they read good books and they talk about those books in really helpful ways when it comes to deciding whether or not you want to read them. But I think one of the things that stuck with me is kind of how like reliably good and secure their channels feel. Any video of theirs that I watch, I feel very like secure in the idea that whether they're talking about books or like the community or like some other topic, you're gonna get a very level-headed and useful perspective from them. And I really like watching that like just as a viewer, and I also like watching that in terms of thinking about trying to be a little bit more like level-headed about what my own thoughts are and how I want to explain them. So I really like their channels for both of those, I guess, sides, just as a general watcher and as a person who's trying to be better at this whole booktube thing. Number 5, what do you consider the end game for your channel? What would equal success for you? I don't see any particular end game for this channel except to like what I'm doing, and to keep doing it for as long as I like it. And so I think like kind of given that, what would be really awesome and maybe even be like a sign of success if like 5 years from now I were still doing booktube and I still really loved it. With how much I like doing booktube now, it would be cool if 5 years from now I still like it just as much or even more. If that doesn't work out, that's not necessarily a failure. It might just mean that other life things have gotten in the way. But I think that's my goal. Just like try to keep this kind of a sustainable thing that's making me happy and giving me some kind of creative outlet for a while. Number 6, what is something you wish you did better? I wish I engaged more with people's videos. I definitely go through periods where I don't feel like I'm watching as many booktube videos as I'd like, and definitely not like commenting on other people's videos as I like. And that's been to the detriment of me like making more booktube friends and sort of branching out more. I think it's also kind of limiting my ability to learn about other people's like content and to also learn about other books. I definitely wish that I were better about watching more and commenting more on booktube. I feel like I've sort of like limited myself to a little bit of a bubble right now with who I watch, and I definitely want to kind of expand that some more. I think some of that is just kind of natural when you find like your sort of little niche in any community. It sometimes gets a little bit easy to stay in that niche and not really branch out too much. So hopefully I will start doing that more, because I feel like there's a lot of really awesome people to learn from, both in terms of how they make their videos and what they're talking about. Number 7, what part of your channel are you most proud of? Okay, this like feels like kind of uncomfortable to talk about, but I'm gonna like do it anyways. I just feel like I'm like being a little bit egotistical, but I guess that's the point of this question. But whenever I get like comments or like in other people's shout out videos, any kind of reference to the way that I like use words or the way that I talk, or the way that I like convey information, that's something that like makes me really proud, because I talked about this in my most recent Not My Thesis video, but I have gotten really used to one way of speaking through grad school, and having this video was a way of remembering how to talk in a different way than you do in academia. I've also been really proud of my Not My Thesis series, just because I know it's not like a standard booktube thing, and it's been really exciting for me just to have a way to talk about all of those grad school things, which is very much a part of my life, the way that like books are, and to find ways to kind of bring those together. So the fact that anyone watches those videos is really exciting for me. The fact that like sometimes in other people's shout out videos it will come up, like that's something that is exciting to me, because I just appreciate that people are watching it. And so yeah. Question number 8, if you were going to start a second channel, what would that channel be? It would be about reality TV, like definitely, like hands down. This is something that I have been wanting to do either on YouTube or a blog. I have a lot of thoughts about reality TV, and they're very important thoughts to at least me. They might even be important to other people. Right now, Vanderpump Rules is in the middle of its reunions, and I have so many feelings to talk about, and I just haven't had a way to share them. So definitely that would be my second channel. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and bye!